If walking up the stairs feels harder than it used to, this might not be aging. It might be a missing vitamin your doctor never mentioned. Most people assume leg weakness, balance issues, and muscle fatigue are just normal parts of aging. But what if they aren't? What if a single, often overlooked nutrient is quietly draining your ability to move, carry, and live freely? In this video, we'll reveal what that vitamin is, how it affects your body, and what you can do, starting today, to rebuild strength without relying on medications. You've taken care of others your whole life, and now your legs feel like they've given up on you. You feel slower, weaker, maybe even a little afraid of falling. But what if the problem wasn't you? Just something your muscles are missing. Margaret, 72, lives in sunny Florida. She walks her dog daily, eats plenty of fruits, and tries to stay active. But lately, she needs to hold on to the railing just to climb 3 steps. Her doctor says she's doing fine for her age. But deep down, she knows something isn't right. In just a moment, I'll show you the hidden reason this happens and how to gently turn it around, starting with your next meal. Before we dive into the foods and habits that make your legs stronger, let's look at what's actually happening inside your body. Because it's not just about age, it's about biology. 2. Biology breakdown. What vitamin D really does in your muscles. You've probably heard that vitamin D is important for your bones, but here's what most people don't know. Vitamin D is also essential for your muscles, especially the ones in your legs. Biologically, vitamin D acts like a switch. Without it, your muscles can't contract properly. The nerve signals that tell your legs to move, they don't fire the same way. The strength you used to have, it slowly fades. Not because you're old, but because your body is running on empty. And that empty tank? It's more common than you think. One study found that nearly 70% of older adults in sunny states like Florida and California are still low in vitamin D. Why? Because as we age, our skin becomes less efficient at converting sunlight into vitamin D. Add to that, more time indoors, more clothes covering the skin, and sunscreen, which, while protecting us, also blocks the vitamin D process. Let me tell you about Carlos, a 68-year-old from Texas. He was active his whole life, but over the past year, he fell twice. He felt embarrassed, confused. His doctor ran tests. The result? Critically low vitamin D levels. After just 8 weeks of gentle supplementation and a few daily stretches, Carlos was walking more steadily again. It wasn't magic, it was biology, finally getting what it needed. If you've been feeling off balance, unsteady, or weak, don't ignore it. It may not be just getting older, it might be your body asking for help in the only way it knows how. So what can you do? In the next part, we'll explore why even living in a sunny place might not protect you from deficiency, and what you can do to fix it naturally. 3. The sunshine myth. Why Florida isn't protecting you. You live in Florida or California. You walk your dog in the sun, tend to your garden, maybe sit by the window with your morning coffee. So how could you possibly be low in vitamin D? Here's the truth. Sunshine isn't a guarantee. As we age, our skin's ability to produce vitamin D from sunlight drops dramatically. In fact, someone in their 70s produces up to 75% less vitamin D from the same amount of sun exposure as someone in their 20s. On top of that, we naturally start avoiding the hottest parts of the day when the sun is strongest because of heat or skin concerns. Add sunscreen, long sleeves, and indoor routines, and you can spend hours outside without making enough vitamin D. That's exactly what happened to Linda, a 75-year-old retired teacher living in San Diego. She spent time in her backyard daily, cared for her plants, and never thought about vitamin D. But when her legs began to feel weaker and her balance off, her doctor ran a test. Severe deficiency. How? She asked. The answer: sunlight isn't always enough, especially after 65. And here's something else. Vitamin D doesn't just come from the sun. Food matters too, but most people aren't eating the right kinds, or enough of them, to make a difference. So even if you're doing all the right things, you might still feel weak, tired, or off balance. Not because you're lazy, not because you're failing, but because your biology needs more support. In just a moment, we'll look at the medications that quietly rob your body of the very vitamins you're trying to get, and what you can do if you're taking them right now. 4. The quiet enemies, medications that drain you. You're taking care of your health, you're following your doctor's orders. But what if the very medications meant to protect your heart are quietly weakening your legs? Let's talk about statins. Statins are one of the most prescribed drugs for older adults to manage cholesterol. And while they can be life-saving for many, there's something most doctors don't explain. Statins can deplete an essential nutrient called CoQ10, which your muscles rely on for energy and strength. CoQ10 is like the battery charger inside your muscle cells. Without enough of it, muscles fatigue faster, recover slower, and feel weaker, even if you haven't changed your routine. That's exactly what happened to George, a 70-year-old from Ohio. He started statins after a routine checkup. A few months later, he noticed muscle cramps in his legs. Then weakness. It's just part of aging, his doctor said, but George knew something wasn't right. After some research and a second opinion, he added back CoQ10 through supplements and food. Within weeks, the pain eased. His energy returned. And it's not just statins. Certain blood pressure medications, acid blockers, even steroids can interfere with how your body absorbs or uses vitamin D and other key nutrients. But here's the hopeful part. Once you know, you can make gentle changes. You can adjust your diet, talk to your doctor about checking levels, and begin to give your body what it's quietly been asking for. Take a moment. If you're on any long-term medications, this might be your body's way of saying, I need something back. In the next section, we'll look at something just as surprising. The healthy foods many of us eat daily that may actually be slowing your recovery, especially if your legs feel heavy, sore, or unstable. 5. Food confusion, the healthy foods that mislead us. You're trying to eat healthy. You've swapped cookies for bananas, soda for fruit juice, and you snack on grapes or dried pineapple. Sounds like a good plan, right? Not always. Many so-called healthy foods, especially fruits high in sugar, can spike inflammation and throw off your blood sugar. And when that happens, your muscles and nerves suffer silently. Let's take bananas. They're natural, yes, but a single banana can contain as much sugar as a candy bar. For someone with sensitive blood sugar, that spike can trigger fatigue, inflammation, and even worsen leg pain or swelling. And if you're dealing with nerve issues, that sugar roller coaster can make symptoms worse. Joan, 66, from Oregon, thought she was doing everything right. She replaced processed snacks with dried fruit, started drinking smoothies every morning. But she still felt tired, her legs ached, and she had trouble balancing. What she didn't realize was that her healthier choices were flooding her system with hidden sugar. Fruits are important, but some are better than others when it comes to muscle health and stability. Berries, avocado, and kiwi, for instance, are much gentler on your body. They support energy without the inflammation spike. This doesn't mean you need to fear fruit, but it does mean being smart, choosing the ones that nourish your muscles rather than drain them. So next time you reach for a snack, ask yourself, is this feeding my strength or feeding my symptoms? In the next part, we'll focus on exactly what you should eat each day to restore leg strength naturally. Real foods, simple combinations, and why your next breakfast could change how you walk this week. 6. Power foods, simple meals to strengthen your legs. Let's talk about food that truly feeds your legs. Because yes, some meals can act like physical therapy, helping rebuild your strength and balance one bite at a time. And no, it doesn't have to be complicated. Here are 5 foods that quietly work behind the scenes to support your muscles, nerves, and bones. Salmon. It's rich in vitamin D, omega-3, and protein. Just 3 ounces of wild salmon can give you over 70% of your daily vitamin D needs. Egg yolks, not just for breakfast. Yolks contain vitamin D, B12, and choline, nutrients that help nerve signals reach your legs. Spinach, high in magnesium and potassium. These help prevent cramps and support smooth muscle function. Sardines, tiny but mighty. They bring calcium, vitamin D, and CoQ10 all in one. Quinoa, a plant-based protein packed with iron and amino acids. It helps repair muscle tissue gently and steadily. Let me introduce you to Samuel, a 73-year-old from Washington. He started building what he called his strength bowl, a simple lunch with quinoa, spinach, sardines, and a boiled egg. After 3 weeks, he was climbing stairs again without holding the railing. No fancy supplements, no intense workouts, just quiet, nourishing food. That's the magic of real nutrition. It works with your body, not against it. And the best part? You can start this today. You don't need to overhaul your diet overnight. Just choose one meal and ask, how can I make this more supportive for my muscles? In the next section, I'll show you one small morning habit, just 3 minutes, that can help your legs wake up stronger and steadier every single day. 7 Morning Ritual, a 3-minute habit that changes everything. You don't need an hour at the gym. You don't even need to leave the house. Sometimes all it takes is 3 quiet minutes in the morning to start changing how your legs feel all day long. Here's a simple ritual, just 3 steps, that helps your muscles wake up, your nerves reconnect, and your balance gently return. Step 1. Open the blinds and face the morning light. Even 5 to 10 minutes of natural light in the morning helps regulate your internal clock and supports vitamin D production. If the weather allows, step outside with bare arms for a moment. Step 2. Do the heel raise plus chair hold. Stand behind a sturdy chair. Slowly raise your heels, hold for 3 seconds, then lower. Do this 10 times. It wakes up your calves, ankles, and foot muscles, critical for balance. Step 3. Add 1 drop of D3 to your breakfast if needed. If your doctor recommends it, a small drop of D3 oil in the morning helps support muscle and nerve strength throughout the day, especially when paired with healthy fats like eggs or avocado. Let me tell you about Diane, 74, from Ohio. She started this simple routine after feeling like her legs were just giving out. Within 2 weeks, she noticed she could stand longer while cooking. A month later, she left her cane at home when visiting her sister. It's not a miracle, it's consistency. Your body responds to care, even small acts of it. So tomorrow morning, before brushing your teeth, try this 3-minute ritual. It might just become the moment your body starts healing. Slowly, gently, and surely. Coming up next, we'll go deeper, not just into routines, but into something more important. Something your legs might not be able to say out loud, but you need to hear. 8. You're not broken, you're building. If your legs could speak, they wouldn't complain. They wouldn't ask for pity. They'd simply say, please don't give up on me. Because weakness is not a life sentence. It's a message. A quiet signal that your body is still trying, still reaching for balance, still hoping for support. You are not broken. You are rebuilding. The stairs you struggle with today may not feel so steep tomorrow. The wobble in your step may slowly turn into steadiness. And the fear of falling? It can be replaced with confidence. You've heard a lot in this video, but if there's one thing to remember, it's this. It's not just aging. It's a call for nourishment, real food, real habits, and real care. Margaret, Carlos, Linda, Diane. Their stories aren't miracles, they're reminders. Reminders that even at 70, 75, 80, you can start again. With a few changes, with the right guidance, with belief that your best days are not behind you, but waiting, quietly, to return. If this video gave you clarity or even just a little hope, share it with someone you care about, because we all deserve to move freely and live fully for as long as we're here. And if you're ready to keep going, don't stop here. Click on the next video. It's about the top 3 healthy foods that actually make leg pain worse. You'll want to hear it.